Tuesday, February 19. The War on Earth. Question. Read Revelation chapter 12, verses 13 and 14. Having been barred from heaven, Satan continues his attack on the church during the prophetic 1,260 days or years. How was God involved with the church during that period? Revelation 12, beginning at verse 13. Now, when the dragon saw that he had been cast to the earth, he persecuted the woman who gave birth to the male child. But the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness to her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time from the presence of the serpent. From The Spirit of Prophecy, Volume 3, page 194 and 195, we read, "The casting down of Satan as an accuser of the brethren in heaven was accomplished by the great work of Christ in giving up his life." Notwithstanding Satan's persistent opposition, the plan of redemption was being carried out. Satan, knowing that the empire he had usurped would in the end be wrested from him, determined to spare no pains to destroy as many as possible of the creatures whom God had created in his image. He hated man because Christ had manifested for him such forgiving love and pity, and he now prepared to practice upon him every species of deception by which he might be lost. He pursued his course with more energy because of his own hopeless condition. End of quote. No question, Satan continues his activities on earth by pouring his fury against the great object of Christ's love on earth, the church. However, the church finds divine protection in the desolate wilderness places of the earth during the prophetic period of 1,260 days or years. The period of Satan's persecution is mentioned twice in Revelation 12 in terms of 1,260 days or years in Revelation 12:6 and a time and times and half a time in Revelation 12 verse 14. Both time periods refer to the duration of the little horn's persecuting activity mentioned in Daniel 7, verses 23 to 25, which reads, "Thus he said, the 4th beast shall be a 4th kingdom on earth, which shall be different from all other kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, trample it, and break it in pieces. The 10 horns are 10 kings, who shall arise from this kingdom, and another shall rise after them. He shall be different from the other ones, and shall subdue 3 kings. He shall speak pompous words against the Most High, shall persecute the saints of the Most High, and shall intend to change times and law. Then the saints shall be given into his hand for a time and times and half a time." In the Bible, prophetic days symbolize years. The time in history that fits this prophetic period is AD 538 to 1798, during which time the Roman Catholic Church, as a church-state power, dominated the Western world, until 1798, when Napoleon's General Berthier brought Rome's oppressive power to an end, at least temporarily. During this long period of persecution, the dragon spews flooding waters out of his mouth in order to destroy the woman. Waters represent peoples and nations, as we read in Revelation 17:15. "Then he said to me, the waters which you saw, where the harlot sits, are peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues." Armies and nations were sent by Rome against God's faithful people during this time. Near the end of this prophetic period, a friendly earth swallows the waters and saves the woman, providing a safe haven for her. This provision points to the refuge that America, with its religious freedom, supplied. Revelation 12, verse 16, "But the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon had spewed out of his mouth." So to finish the day, think of how long the persecution here lasted, 1,260 years. What should this great duration tell us about how limited we are in understanding why things, such as the return of Christ, seem to be taking so long, at least from our perspective.